Deep in the heart of Iraq, archaeologists uncovered something that defies the imagination: a clay jar that may have held the secret of electricity, 2,000 years before it was officially discovered. Could the ancients have lit lamps, plated gold, or even experimented with energy long before us? But before we ignite this mystery, take a second to join us here in Other Dimension. Subscribe, tap the bell, and help us keep exploring the forgotten stories where history and the cosmos collide. Now let's open the jar of history. In 1938, Wilhelm Kig, an assistant at the National Museum of Iraq, stumbled upon strange clay jars near Baghdad. They looked ordinary, but inside they held a copper cylinder and an iron rod sealed with asphalt. These weren't just jars for grain or wine. They looked like something entirely different. King believed he had found evidence of ancient electricity, the world's first battery. At first glance, the jars could be mistaken for everyday pottery, but when scientists reconstructed them, they realized the design was strikingly similar to a galvanic cell, the very principle behind modern batteries. Add a little vinegar or lemon juice as an acidic liquid, and suddenly, you had electricity. Not lightning in the sky, but lightning in your hands. So, if these jars were batteries, what were they used for? The theories are just as fascinating as the jars themselves. Electroplating, coating silver with gold, creating dazzling jewelry fit for kings. Medical purposes. A primitive form of electric therapy, delivering small shocks. Sacred rituals. Priests creating sparks or shocks to convince followers of divine power. Were the Baghdad Battery's tools of science? Or instruments of awe? Of course, not everyone agrees. Many scholars argue that the jars were simply storage containers, their strange design nothing more than coincidence. After all, no wires, no lamps, and no written records have ever been found alongside them. To skeptics, the Baghdad Battery is more myth than science, but history is rarely simple. What if the Baghdad Battery was part of a greater lost technology? Knowledge destroyed by time, war, or neglect? Or perhaps we're just projecting our modern understanding onto something mundane? Still, the question lingers. Why does this ancient jar look so much like a battery? Maybe the Baghdad Battery was nothing more than a clay jar. Or maybe, just maybe, it was a spark of genius that flickered in the ancient world. A reminder that science isn't a straight line, but a circle of discovery and rediscovery. And as we look deeper into the forgotten corners of history, we must ask, what else have we lost in the sands of time?